Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. We warmly welcome you to the fifth convocation of the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture. You are requested to be seated as the convocation procession will begin shortly. The convocation procession will consist of a total of 40 graduating students, 11 from the Faculty of Architecture, 16 from the Department of Textile Design, 10 from the Department of Communication Design, and 3 from the Faculty of Fine Arts. This is the 5th graduating class of the Faculties of Design and Fine Arts and the 4th graduating class of the Faculty of Architecture. In the procession behind the graduating students are the part-time faculty and the full-time faculty, followed by the coordinators and heads of departments. Members of the Executive Committee and members of the Board of Governors will then follow. Lastly, the Chairman of the Executive Committee, Mr. Arshad Abdullah, will escort the keynote speaker, Dr. Ruth Pfau. The Executive Director, Saeed Akil Bilgrami, will escort the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Hamid N. Jafar. The design for our convocation robes is based on the abba, which was worn on ceremonial occasions in the Mughal courts. The material selected is the hand-loom cotton susi, traditionally woven in Sindh. It is embroidered in patterns evolved from Mughal designs. The headgear is a combination of the Mughal turban and the Hunza cap, worn even today by both men and women of the northern mountainous areas. All participants of the procession wear off-white khadi shalwar kameez woven at the school campus by master weaver Ustad Mehboob Ali.
The theme music for the convocation was specially composed for the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture by sitar maestros Ustad Imdad Hussain and his son Ikhlaq Hussain. It is based on Rag Darbari and was performed live by them at our first convocation in 1994. Each year, a special exhibition is arranged by the school on the occasion of the convocation. In 1994, it was an exhibition of 64 prominent artists of the city and was perhaps the largest representative exhibition in several years. In 1995, we had arranged a unique exhibition of selected works of art from the private collection of Mr. Wahab Jafar. In 1996, the faculty of the school had exhibited their work. Last year, the school presented a unique exhibition of traditional textiles, the pieces having been loaned to the school from a large number of collectors across the country. This year, in addition to the selected work of the graduating students, we are proud to present a retrospective exhibition of the paintings of Professor Zahurul Ikhlaq, one of Pakistan's most renowned artists. This exhibit covers his work spanning 36 years. The tradition of planting a fruit tree on the campus by the graduating class will continue this year. The new graduates will plant a chiku tree at the conclusion of the convocation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the convocation procession is about to commence.
I now request the guests to rise and join our first-year students to sing the national anthem.
The Registrar will request the Chairman of the Board of Governors to declare the convocation open.
Chairman, may I request you to declare the convocation open?
Convocation open.
We begin the proceedings with the recitation of the Holy Quran by Naveed Salam, a foundation year student.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ أخذنا ميثاق بني إسرائيل لا تعبدون إلا الله وبالوالدين إحسانا وذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وقولوا للناس حسنا وأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة ثم توليتم إلا قليلا منكم وأنتم معرضون وإذ أخذنا ميثاقكم لا تسفكون دماءكم ولا تخرجون أنفسكم من دياركم ثم أنتم وأنتم تشهدون صدق الله العظيم.
This recitation was from Surah Al-Baqarah. The English translation is presented by Aisha Abdullah, a student of the 6th semester from the Faculty of Fine Arts.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Call to mind when we took a covenant from the children of Israel. You shall worship none save Allah, and shall behave kindly towards parents and kindred, and the orphans and the needy, and speak graciously to people, and observe prayer and pay the zakat. Then you turned away in aversion, except a small number of you. Call to mind also when we took a covenant from you. You shall not shed each other's blood, nor turn your people out of their homes. Thus did you affirm, and you have throughout borne witness to it.
The Executive Director of Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture, Said Akil Bilgrami, will now present the welcome address.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Hamid Jafar, Guest Speaker, Dr. Ruth Pfau, members of the Board of Governors, the Executive Committee, the faculty, graduating and other students, parents, and friends of Indus Valley. Assalamu alaikum. Memories of the first convocation are still fresh in my mind. It seems such a short while ago that on these very grounds, Professor Karar Hussain, as the convocation speaker, and Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan, then chairman of our board, poured out for all of us such gems of wisdom. On the three subsequent convocations, how fortunate were we to have as speakers luminaries like Dr. Iqbal Ahmad, Mr. Khalid Ishaq, and Mr. Bahajuddin Kirmani. Our guest speaker this morning at the fifth convocation is a dynamic young lady who one just cannot cease admiring. I say young because after 38 years of selfless devotion to the treatment and control of leprosy in Pakistan, age has neither affected her will, her enthusiasm, nor her stamina. Born and educated as a doctor of medicine in Germany, she joined the Order of the Daughters of the Heart of Mary, whose mother house is in Paris. On her way to India for the first time in 1960, she stopped at Karachi to visit the Mary Adelaide Leprosy Clinic, which at the time was conducted from a single room by her congregation. I'm not aware if she continued her journey to India, but that is of no consequence. She decided to make Pakistan her home, and her relentless crusade from then on in the treatment and control of leprosy has taken her virtually to every town and village across the country. Her phenomenal success can be gauged from the fact that Pakistan became one of the first countries in Asia where leprosy was controlled. The one-room clinic has now grown to a 86-bed hospital with 11 sub-centers, 2 homes for crippled patients, and extension services provided to as many as 140 field units. She is a recipient of numerous international awards and 3 civilian awards from the government of Pakistan. Sitare-e-Qaid-e-Azam in 1969, Hilal-e-Imtiaz in 1979, and Hilal-e-Pakistan in 1989. Perhaps more awards have been conferred on her than any other civilian by the government of Pakistan. She was also granted the honorary citizenship of Pakistan by the President in 1989. I'm greatly honored to welcome this morning Dr. Ruth Pfau to the 5th convocation of the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture. As a non-commercial, not-for-profit institution, this school has also been serving, in a very small way, the community at large. The school is committed to make available the best possible education and provide equal opportunity to a wide spectrum of students from diverse socio-economic backgrounds wishing to pursue higher education in the disciplines of architecture and the visual arts. Since merit is the only determining factor in the admissions process, inability to pay the tuition fee does not jeopardize a student's chance of studying here. Almost 20% of our students receive financial assistance in the form of kharz-e asna, half of them to the extent of the full tuition fee. In 1998, a sum exceeding rupees 1.8 million received from friends and well-wishers was utilized for the purpose. In 1999, this figure is likely to increase to 2.2 million. Consciously, the names of the sponsors to the fund, as well as the recipients, are kept strictly confidential. With the graduation of the 5th batch of students today, Indus Valley School has come of age. While we reflect and look at ourselves critically, we must ask ourselves again and again, is what was formulated initially as the school's philosophy still relevant as it was when the school was founded 9 years ago? How can the education we impart continue to be in tune with the complexities and demands of the present day, particularly in the light of the socio-economic realities? How much have we achieved what we have set out for ourselves? Answers to these and many other questions can only emerge from an ongoing dialogue, discussion, and debate. The importance of the foundation course, a program common to all the students in the first year, cannot be emphasized enough. Apart from the structured curriculum that the students follow, they are required to undertake projects which are socially oriented. Thus, as part of a community service project, students of the foundation year are currently engaged in painting murals on the walls of a new wing constructed for terminally ill patients at the National Institute of Child Health. Similarly, the second year students designed and physically, second year architecture students designed and physically helped develop the park across the road from the main gate. The second year textile design students also pitched in to design and fabricate a delightful fence that you may have already noticed upon arrival. The communication design students and faculty, as in the previous years, have continued to serve the community in different ways. Recently, the students of the second year did a signage design project for the National Institute of Child Health. In collaboration with the British Council, this project was undertaken in connection with Design Age, a major international conference of designers to be held in Pakistan in February 1999. The third year students of the same department designed, as part of their studio program and as a professional service, direct mail shots for Gestetna. From amongst the presentations, which were of a very high standard and greatly appreciated by the management of Gestetna, Aisha Ehsan's proposal was chosen by the company for printing and production. The faculty of the Communication Design Department have also contributed to the design of an exhibition and its catalogue for the Sindh Institute of Urology and Transplant, held during a recent international conference in Karachi. During the year, changes were effected in most of the departments. Consequent upon making the foundation program into a full-fledged department, Mr. David Aylesworth, formerly of the Fine Arts Department, coordinator of the Fine Arts Department, was appointed head of the foundation year. As a practicing sculptor, Mr. Aylesworth has had a very gratifying, busy year, organizing many group shows and participating in an international conference of Asian scholars in the Netherlands in June. There he presented a film and curated an exhibition on truck art. His exhibition of video work traveled with the City Flowers project to 3 cities in Europe and the United States. In the coming year, Mr. Aylesworth will be exhibiting at the first Asian Biennale at Fukuoka, Japan, where he will also conduct a collaborative workshop. Later in the year, he will be commissioning a new interactive installation at the third Asia Pacific Triennale in Australia. I'm glad to announce that in June this year, Mr. Aylesworth was made a life member of the Royal Society of British Sculptors. Syed Ahmed Wasif joined the school as a coordinator of the finance department. Mr. Wasif, an artist and graphic designer, is a very well-known and popular figure amongst the city artists and has recently taken retirement from the United States Information Service after 20 years working there. Mr. Wasif brings with him a rich experience in the designing and curating of art exhibitions. Mr. Shahid Saeed Khan, head of the architecture department, and Mrs. Nilofar Farooq, the coordinator of the communication department, stepped down after ably leading their respective departments for almost 4 years. We are very fortunate to have them continue to teach at the school. Their places have been taken by the new coordinators, Ms. Shiba Akhtar, architect, who has been teaching history and theories of architecture for the last 4 years at the Indus Valley, and Mrs. Shiraz Vania, graphic designer, who has been in the communication design department since 1991. Mr. Usman Ghori, a member of the faculty of the same department, that's the communication design department, held a very successful exhibition of his prints at a local gallery recently. Currently, he's on training on a training assignment at the National College of Arts, Lahore, as part of our faculty development program. Senior faculty, Mrs. Wahida Mansoor's prints have been selected for exhibition at the Tokyo Mini Print Biennale. The alumni from the communication design are, alhamdulillah, all gainfully employed or self-employed. So are all the alumni from the other departments. 3 of the 1997 graduates, Murtaza Nemat Ali, Shehbaz Khan Zubairi, and Arsalan Sharif, have been promoted as art directors in major advertising. They were promoted as art directors in major advertising agencies within 1 year of their graduation. Arslan has, however, recently left for the United States to pursue further studies. Although there are only 3 students from the fine art department graduating this year, 2 of these being sculpture majors and the third a painting major, the latter, Mariam Khan, I'm very proud to say, is a highly gifted painter, a special student, handicapped with impaired speech and hearing. Mariam is the first special student from the Indus Valley School who will receive a diploma in fine arts. At the architecture department, a large number of visiting faculty, who are all practicing professionals, share with the students their diverse real-world experience. Their deep involvement in the teaching process has continued to bring dividends. Nasima Sadiol, a 4th-year student, on the basis of a presentation of an illustrated essay, was selected by the Institute of Architects Pakistan as one of the 2 official delegates to represent the country at the Asian Architectural Students' Jamboree in Sri Lanka last month. Academics at the Indus Valley extend beyond the 4 walls. In addition to the numerous field trips the students are required to take within and outside the city, they are encouraged to join supervised study tours to other parts of the country and to the neighboring countries. Earlier this year, a batch of 30 students, drawn from all the departments, accompanied by 6 members of the faculty, toured Iran by bus for 15 days as guests of the government of Iran. About the same time, another group of 15 students of the third year architecture and 3 faculty members went to Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. Later in the year, a group of 20 students from the fourth year architecture attended the 6th Asian Architecture Students' Jamboree in Sri Lanka. All these trips proved immensely beneficial in many ways, both to the students and the teachers alike. At this, the 5th convocation, we are honored to present a retrospective exhibition of the paintings and sculptures of Pakistan's renowned artist, Zahoor Akhlaq, spanning a period of 36 years from the time he was a student at the National College of Arts to the present. This is the first time that such a large collection of Zahoor's work is being exhibited in Karachi. Zahoor has designed the school's symbol, the sculpture that is erected at the entrance here, and he has been a member of Indus Valley's first Board of Governors. He retired recently as professor at the National College of Arts, Lahore. As is done each year, we are also presenting an exhibition of the selected thesis work of the graduating students. Unfortunately, due to lack of space, much as we would have liked, we are unable to display the project, or all the projects in their entirety. Standing here this morning, I would like to share with you all, the parents of the graduating students in particular, the sentiments expressed by many of the 12 external jurors, 3 for each department, who evaluated the thesis projects submitted by the final year students to complete their graduation requirements. They felt that a majority of the projects were of the highest standard, comparable with projects of any graduating class of any university in the world. I'm truly proud of our faculty, a faculty who have set the high standards and have been the ideal facilitators. Their commitment to the school and to teaching is exemplary. I'm equally proud of the graduating students who have seized the opportunity to put in their utmost to attain this level of accomplishment. I wish to congratulate them and the parents, who I'm sure have been eagerly looking forward to this day. While wishing you the very best, I cannot resist saying a few words to you, the graduating students. Today begins a new chapter in your life. From the sheltered confines of the school, which have been a second home to you these last few years, you're about to enter a troubled world full of conflicts, where quick material gains can be irresistible. In your profession, follow what your wonderful teachers have taught you. Put forth the very best and do not bargain with yourselves for anything less. If you stop learning, you will never attain the loftiest heights that can be reached through knowledge. Take pride in what you are and what you do, but always with humility. Maintain your values with dignity. Be generous in sharing and spreading your knowledge, for knowledge is light. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Governors, I welcome you once again and thank you all for sharing these joyous moments with us. Thank you.
May I now request Dr. Ruth Pfau to deliver the convocation address.
Can you make this? I shouldn't be so choosy. Sorry for the delay. I don't like this bulletproof box here in front of me. It kind of, I always think it stops my thoughts. I like to be a bit closer to you. Well, in spite of this, I missed to say this before. I'm happy to be with you today. If I wouldn't be happy, I wouldn't have come. I'm quite sure because I normally don't come. I normally don't dress. I'm not one of yours. Today I'm happy to be in this dress and especially to have this cap because I'm just back from Balochistan, didn't have time to go to the hairdresser, so I looked quite jungly, so I was happy to be camouflaged a bit. The reason why I'm happy to come to you is when Rafiq Fazlboy, the son of my most beloved friend, Dr. Zarina Fazlboy, who is with us, when he dragged me over here, literally dragged me over here, and I came into this school, which I say isn't my Pakistan, I was impressed. You know what impressed me in the first moment was this atmosphere of nothing is finally settled. There was an atmosphere of future here. I am since, well, I guess 20 years now, dragging my feet partially with the government. So one of the real nafrat of my life has become this seniority. आपका कुर्सी मजबूती से पकड़ो और वो आपको ऊपर लेके जाएगा. And thank you. See, and this is really the death of every development in Pakistan. And when I talk in our own leprosy program, because my boys are all government employees, or at least on the paper they are, luckily by heart they are not. When I talk about promotion by merit, they all start perspiring because they are all sitting on their chairs, not by merit, but by seniority. Now, when I came to this school, I felt here is critical thought, here is future. I mean, you are all in the age. And I thought maybe we have found some partners for dialogue. Maybe we can somewhere strengthen this front that we get a few people to be agent of change. I don't know how much you are exposed. I come from the other side. I've just spent 5 days in Balochistan, and it took everything out of me. It was the most frustrating, depressing time, because one of my most precious sons, the leprosy field officer of Balochistan, who is controlled with his gang, because if I just may correct you, it's not Dr. Pfau who has controlled, it's the leprosy technician of Pakistan who have controlled leprosy in Pakistan. I have been able to be a little bit the facilitator of it. Well, this boy, well, now of course man, who with his team has controlled leprosy through every part of Balochistan, and I've been often enough with them to be eyewitness that they literally staked their life, otherwise it wouldn't have happened. This man, who is now 25 years with us, I don't know, something was wrong with him. You know, he said, I'm no longer effective for my gang. I can't push anything through in the government because now we are finally ostracized as a department who is not a lay-day department. We don't take, we don't give. So we are out of the culture. We are literally outcasts in our own social group. So he said, Mabi Kiakaru. I really didn't know either, so we started campaigning. The fact was, we have controlled leprosy, and that was already 96. We have a little bit time, some capacity, which we can spend in other service. So we took on, with the help of LRBT and with a new training of the entire group, the boys still went for 1 full year of ophthalmic technician training. We took on control of blindness as well. So we got, among tens of thousands, we picked 2 ophthalmic surgeons who were our size. One, that Dr. Usman, who goes with the team through the northern part of Balochistan, operates cataract patients, is happy to sleep on the floor, have 1 sukha roti per day, and we have last year operated 1,103 patients in Pakistan. Most unforgettable to me is little Farida, 5 years. She had already a cataract. We do have this cataract when the mother during the pregnancy doesn't have enough protein to eat. So we operated this child. And when we opened the first time her dressing, she could see her mother. And then we had to put the dressing again. So that girl got quite wild. She jumped out of that charpoy where we had her and said, you don't think that you ever can make me blind again? I've seen my mother, I want to see my mother. And there she jumped out and ran away. We sent the mother behind her. We finally got her at least to wear some sunglasses so that the dust didn't come into her freshly operated eyes. This is what we could do. Now, this ophthalmic surgeon is sitting today as OSD, as officer on special duty in the directorate. He checks in the morning, he sits up to 2 o'clock, he checks out and goes home. Reason being that his post has been taken by one of those political influential junior ones. When I really raised the roof right along in the government, the answer is the standard answer. Madam, hum kya kare? The chief minister called that the junior man had to be accommodated in the grade 18. He only wanted to be in Quetta. Dr. Osman is the only Sharif Admi who will not kick up a so we put him out. Well, I do hope, and I'm going back on the 28th, and I've already booked Quetta again on the 9th, and we will not give up. I hope we get him back. I have a similar case in see if my team in Quetta would know that a group of young people and a group of influential elder people are clapping at this occasion. I have told them if they don't do it, I'm going in for Unterschriftsaktion, when you collect signatures. Yeah, I am member of the Human Rights Commission. It's a democratic way of registering your protest. If we all sit together, sit back and say, Madam, yeah, I'm just wondering what happens to this, what's happening to this country. So you have the unique privilege that you come from parents who sent even their girls to school, that you studied in a school who sharpened your social perception. Now, the more we get, the more we are responsible for giving. So you are really a gang who should see that when you now go out, keep your eyes open and please your mouth not shut. Please your... The danger to Pakistan is not this handful of terrorists. By the way, my heart is all with them because I think they have all reasons to be frustrated, though they have no reasons to be terrorists. Not they are the danger. The danger are those multitude of people who just don't speak up, who close their eyes, who look away, for whom it is too painful to see reality. See, I have suffered my life. I'm a war child. So when I was a teenage girl, I was hungry, I was cold. I had a little brother whom I loved. I can't tell you how much I loved him. It was number 6 after 5 girls, and he came 12 years after the last girl had been born. So this little brother was really our full joy. My mother fell sick, so I had to look after him, or I was allowed to look after him. That little kid died of, and I still can't say it now without starting to cry, that little kid died of hunger. We have been going, really, I've been sneaking through the Russian lines just to get a cup of milk from somewhere for him. At this time, Germany was very bad off. Today it's quite different. So my vocation to Pakistan is intimately linked with the death of Albert. It's the name of that little boy. You still have this today in Pakistan. We had now in Balochistan 2 children who in front of our eyes turned blind because they came too late. Reason just only vitamin A deficiency. With 2 capsules of vitamin A distributed 2 weeks earlier, these children would run around for the rest of their lives with 2 eyes. And you who are engaged in art, you know what eyes are precious. Now we made a program to distribute these capsules all over the coastal because it's common. Yeah? All these things happen if we don't open our eyes. And, I mean, as you are a group who has opened their eyes, if you don't help the others to open their eyes, yeah? And if you don't get a little bit really, you have to push. I've told my gang again, you have to fight. I mean, you can't help. You must fight. You only must fight with the right means. Yeah? Never fight for something which is not true. We just have finished one of our fights in Balochistan. The man was very rich, very influential, very much in with the political elite. He stole our leprosy center and admitted his private patients in this, skin patients. 5 years we have been fighting. In the beginning they said, don't try to take it up with Dr. X Epsilon, I won't say his name. But we said, we don't take it up with us. It's the right cause. After 5 years now, just last month I came back. He himself gave me the key back and said, I'm sorry for the... It's possible. I mean, as depressed as I am, really as depressed as I am, especially after this last, I do not want to leave you especially without hope. You can do something. It is not true that I have the same vitality. It especially is not true that I have the same brains as I had when I started off. I'm old, I'm now 69, so I am counting on the younger ones to carry the torch. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you.
I will now request the coordinator of the Faculty of Architecture, Ms. Shiba Akhtar, to read out the citation and present the candidates from the Faculty of Architecture to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, is that okay? Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of the Bachelor of Architecture in the Faculty of Architecture, to which I pray they be admitted. Ali Asghar Qamar Abdullah. Babar Bashir Bhatti. Kamla Suhail passed with overall distinction. Kiran Sara Rehman, distinction in thesis. Lubna Salahuddin, distinction in thesis. Muhammad Nayyar Ehsan. Maria Aslam. Mustafa Zafar, distinction in thesis. Nauman Aftab. Samin Khalid. And Sana Omari, distinction in thesis. Thank you.
Mrs. Shiraz Wania, Coordinator of the Department of Communication Design, will now read out the citation and present the candidates from the Department of Communication Design to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Design in the Department of Communication Design, to which I pray they be admitted. Amina Riaz. Hira Anis Ahmed, passed with overall distinction. Huma Aziz Sheikh. Kashan Nasir. Muniza Muhammad Sarela. Nida Kazmi. Rushna Ehsan. Sabah Shah. Shehzadi Harun. Tazeen Hussain. Thank you.
Mrs. Shehnaz Ismail, Head of the Department of Textile Design, will now read out the citation and present the candidates from the Department of Textile Design to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Design in the Department of Textile Design, to which I pray they be admitted. Afshin Junejo. Amani Bakar Gazaz, distinction in thesis. Amira Jafar, passed with overall distinction. Bushra Alam, Imrana Raza, passed with overall distinction. Nazish Mehtab, Neelam Sattar, passed with overall distinction. Rana Rifakat Sher, Sabah Qureshi, Sabine Qureshi, Sadia Hamid Khan, Sahar Ijaz Ali, Saira Ruth Raza, passed with overall distinction. Sonia Mahnaz Ahmed is absent. Uzma Jamal, Zehra Haider Zaidi, thank you.
I request Syed Ahmed Wasif, Coordinator of the Faculty of Fine Arts, to read out the citation and present the candidates from the Faculty of Fine Arts to the Chairman of the Board of Governors for the award of degrees and diploma.
Sir, I present to you the students who have been examined and have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Art in the Faculty of Fine Arts, to which I pray they be admitted. Farah Jamaluddin. Naseem Khan. Sir, I present to you a student who has been examined and has qualified for the Diploma in Fine Arts in the Faculty of Fine Arts, to which I pray she be admitted. Mariam Khan. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, may I request you to accept the candidates to the respective degrees and diplomas?
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairman, Board of Governors of this school, I admit you to your respective degrees and diploma and charge you that in the conduct of your life and in your conversation and deeds, you do prove yourselves worthy of the same.
Academic awards are presented to graduates who have achieved a distinction for their overall academic performance. The minimum passing mark in the final assessment is 65%, whilst a distinction is awarded to students achieving 85% and above. May I request Dr. Ruth Pfau to present the awards to the recipients.
Saira Ruth Raza from the Department of Textile Design, who has received 87.27%. Saira Ruth Raza from the Department of Textile Design, who has received 87.27%. Hira Anis from the Department of Communication Design. She has received 86.66%. Neelam Sattar from the Department of Textile Design, who has received 86.33%. Imrana Raza from the Department of Textile Design, who has received 86.02%. Amira Jafar from the Department of Textile Design, who has received 85.53%. And Kamla Sohail from the Department of Architecture, who has received 85.16%.
The 1998 Award for Outstanding Research and Dissertation, carried out by a student of the graduating class, instituted in memory of Dr. Salimuzzaman Siddiqui, goes to Kamla Sohail from the Department of Architecture.
I now request the Executive Director, Syed Akil Bilgrami, to make the announcement for the Founders Award.
The Founders Award is made to a graduating student who has not only excelled in his or her academic performance, but who has also shown a strong commitment to the school and the chosen profession, participated in extracurricular activities within and outside the school, has been humble, open-minded, and mature in dealings with faculty members and with fellow students. In other words, this award gives recognition to the graduate who most closely reflects the philosophy of the school as envisaged by the founders. May I request Mr. Arshad Abdullah, one of the founders of the Indus Valley School, to step forward to give the award to Imrana Raza of the Textile Design Department.
The valedictory speech will be presented by Saira Ruth Raza from the Department of Textile Design. She has graduated with 87.27%, which was the highest amongst the graduating class of 1998.
Honorable Chief Guest, respected Board of Governors, Executive Committee, Mr. Akil Bilgrami, dear teachers, parents, and friends, Assalamu alaikum. Honestly speaking, I really did not expect to receive this honor. And for someone who speaks so much, I seriously feel at a loss for words. I came to Indus Valley not knowing much about art, but with a keen desire and curiosity to learn about aesthetics and to explore my capabilities. Foundation year was extremely challenging and a lot of hard work. I think all the first years here would agree with me at this point. However, I had a great team of teachers, David, Ruhi, Vahida, everyone, thank you. They helped me a lot. They helped me discover new materials and techniques. They helped me choose what was best for me. It was the beginning of lasting and precious friendships. The class of '98, hey, that's all of us, has been absolutely great. We've all grown together, and it's been a learning experience to work with people of different strengths and temperaments. But sometimes, I think we all know that it's not that easy. Even as all of us have grown, so has the school. From first year, when all we saw was construction and rubble and concrete and sand, the school has grown into a fine building, and the 4th floor has provided us with the best view and light. Indus Valley has given us a deep sense of security and belonging, even when the city of Karachi has been through the most traumatic times ever. Thank you, founders, for dreaming your much-needed dream. All of us will reflect back on all the good and bad times, the singing sessions, Basant, the numerous farewells and welcomes, and our initiation to all kinds of music, from Junoon to Abda Parveen to Nusrat Fateh Ali's last concert. I should not forget to mention all the educational exposure the school provided us with. The unforgettable trip to India, the numerous lectures by visiting professionals, the textile seminar, and all the workshops really gave us an insight into the world of art and design. We have learned to see, to observe and absorb. We have learned to respect age-old traditions and the experienced knowledge and humility of the craftsperson. Yet, we are equipped to meet the challenges of the 21st century. We have also learned from interacting with the other departments in the school, and what really makes Indus Valley special is that it offers an integrated program where all 4 disciplines are under one roof. After talking about how we've all been together, I'd just like to thank my parents, my cousins, and all my friends for putting up with me and just being there for me. Waheed Baba, Ashraf, Raju, Sheila, Kamla, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Lastly, Mrs. Smile, you have been the most important person for me. Please don't start crying. Single-handedly, you've taught us so much. You have constantly encouraged, supported, and guided me these past few years. You have made me take risks and pushed me in my work. And even if I was stubborn at times, Mrs. Smile, I was wrong, because you've always been right in the end. And everyone out there, please listen to her. She knows more and makes a hell of a lot of sense. Thank you for everything and for always being there. I love you all, and I hope all of us do great in everything we set out to do. Thank you.
There's a slight break in the program that we normally have. Mr. Zahurullah Clark, the painter whose exhibition is on this morning, I wonder if he's here yet. If he is, would you please raise your hand? The Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture, as a small token of appreciation to this great artist, would like to present a memento to him. He's there. Yes, I can see him walking out of the school at the moment. If somebody can fetch one of these awards. As a small token of our appreciation and love for this great artist who has been in and out of school, of the Indus Valley School, for these last 9 years, who's designed our symbol and allowed us the honor to present his work, a small token of our appreciation. May I request the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Hamid Jafar, to hand over the replica of the symbol that he has designed. Thank you very much.
May I now request the Chairman of the Board of Governors, Mr. Hamid N. Jafar, to present his concluding remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is indeed an honor for me to be present here with our chief guest, Dr. Ruth Pfau, the graduates of 1998, parents, members of the board, faculty and administration, and our guests. Thank you all for gracing this happy occasion. Much has already been said, and I'm certain that our graduates will be eager to share these joyous moments with their dear ones. I will try to be brief. In about a year from today, you, our future torchbearers, shall be celebrating a day that comes once in 1,000 years, the beginning of a new year, a new century, and a new millennium. Over the past years, you have worked in collaboration with the institution, prepare for that historic day. We have already heard how your outstanding achievements compare favorably with those of your counterparts at any international institution. If each day is a new lease of life, how then will January 1st, year 2000, be more special? It is not just any New Year's Day. As we heard from Dr. Pfau, she resolved some 40 years ago to be action-oriented. Similarly, proactive and responsible persons around the globe are sowing the seeds today to make the 21st a century of peace. Unfortunately, this cannot be said with certainty about us. Events in the subcontinent during this year and the recent happenings in our city make me wonder whether we collectively are in a position to prevent our own destruction in the next century. I will, however, refrain from bemoaning the sorry state we are mired in. Instead, I will draw your attention to the beacon of this institution. The founders of this college dared to follow their dream without the crutches of external or internal donor agencies. Despite the insanity attributed to them by the skeptics around them, their vision was realized in a short span of 3.5 years. Then, the first graduating class walked the portals of this institution as you did today. Being sensitive to the decadent situation in the country, the founders applied their imagination, their conscience, and their independent will to take responsibility and provide a better future to our upcoming generations. Saira Ruth Raza has eloquently conveyed the feelings of the graduating class, and it gives me great joy to know that this institution is enriching the lives of our citizens. But to attain a position of preeminence, which is our stated goal, the Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture still has a long way to go. On its behalf, I seek the continued moral, institutional, and financial support of our community. Words cannot express our gratitude to many professionals who volunteer their time to continuously guide the administration through the various committees and statutory bodies. We are similarly indebted to the fundraising support of the Friends of the Indus Valley. The Nasarwanji building still needs substantial funds. When completed, it shall be an exemplary feat of conservation. We will simultaneously be paying homage to one of the worthy fathers of our city. It is our hope that our graduates, past and present, will take the cue from our chief guest and serve Pakistan and our institution in an equally selfless manner. Dr. Ruth Pfau has given the best of her life to the cause of helping the needy when many were not even prepared to go near them. And at this juncture, I would like to mention that we are very happy and equally honored to have her counterpart in Pakistan at that time, Mrs. Zarina Fazlboy, amongst us. Together, they helped spread the word and educate the people that leprosy is not contagious. Such efforts to impart knowledge are perhaps the only route to redemption for our suffering nation, so young, yet so miserable. Here, I beseech you to please differentiate between knowledge and wisdom. nations that had the highest rate of education and literacy were the aggressors during the last World War. It is the collective wisdom of the people that helped nations in the past to prevent self-inflicted devastation and distress. Dr. Pfau sees a glimmer of hope in our helplessness. I guess many of us present here share her views. My young friends, remember that in the long term, progress in inverted commas works against us if it continues to be detrimental to nature. Unlike conventional wars, there will be no victors in a nuclear war. It is my prayer that as you progress through life, your knowledge is guided by wisdom in order to serve humanity, to gain victory without war. May the next century be less brutal, and may you enjoy the fruits of your labor with your loved ones in peace and happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised myself not to paint a gloomy picture at this occasion. Yet, reading Dr. Pfau's address, she didn't mention it this morning, but reading the address, I was drawn by the letters IMF. I cannot help but bring to your notice, though in a lighter vein, the roller coaster ride that may be in store for us. Robert J. Barrow, professor of economics at Harvard University, while contributing his economic viewpoint in the latest issue of the Business Week, concluded with the following remarks, and I quote, "The IMF might consider changing its name to the IMH, Institute of Moral Hazard," unquote. The title of his column was, and I quote, "The IMF doesn't put out fires, it starts them," unquote. And may I ask, does anyone dare protest? Well, so much for the most recent backslapping in Islamabad on clinching a very advantageous agreement with the IMH. Islamabad always has the last word, and I'll share the latest joke about it. It's a simple question. What is the definition of capital punishment? A sad answer. Our finance minister. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave you to draw your own conclusions. I conclude with, if knowledge be the train, let wisdom be its driver. Thank you for your attention. God bless.
The Registrar will now request the Chairman of the Board of Governors to declare the convocation closed.
Mr. Chairman, may I request you to declare the convocation closed?
I declare the convocation closed.
The graduating students are requested to assemble near the stage for the tree planting ceremony immediately after the departure of the convocation procession. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly remain seated. After the departure of the convocation procession, further announcements will be made.
Valley School of Art and Architecture would like to express its deep gratitude to the people who have helped in making possible today's event, particularly to Mr. Zamir Qureshi and Mrs. Anjum Parvez of Roots and Shoots. Ladies and gentlemen, a retrospective exhibition of paintings by Professor Zahurul Ikhlaq spanning 36 years is displayed on the second level, and a display of selected work of the graduating students may be viewed on the first level. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for tea in the areas adjacent to where the exhibitions are being held.
Thank you.